Hello, my friends. Welcome once again to Faithwalk 101. We're so glad that you could join us. You know, in the book of Romans, chapter 1 and verse 20, the Bible says, "For since the creation of the world, God's invisible qualities, his eternal power, a divine nature have clearly been seen." In other words, we look out into the world, we see the flowers, the trees, the sky, the grass, the mountains. We see all these things. You know what that is? That's God's creation. And the Bible says, being understood from his workmanship, so that men are without excuse. When you look at all these things, and you ask yourself, where did all this come from? Where did the sky and all these qualities of nature that we see, where did it come from? The Bible is telling us that when man looks at this, he will be without excuse. You can make the excuses if you want to, but there's all these things, the qualities, the invisible things that we see, the visible things that we see, and the qualities of his handiwork, we see everywhere. And that tells us there is a God. In 1 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 18, this is what it says. "For the message of the cross is foolishness to those who are perishing." Those who are perishing, Jesus died on the cross, that's foolishness. But I like the second part. It says, "But to us," that's believers, those who confess Christ, who are being saved, it is the power. It is the power of God. That's right. The message of the cross is foolishness to those who are perishing because they're rejecting God. But to us who are being saved, it is the power of God. Isn't that wonderful? The power of God, his spirit that lives inside of us. That's the message that we're taking to the world. The gospel. That Christ lived on this earth as a man. He died on the cross. And he came back. And guess what? Well, there's no guessing to it. He is alive. Jesus is alive today. And he lives in everyone that's made that confession. The Bible tells us that he's deposited his spirit inside of us. That's the power. Continue to join us on Faithwalk 101 as we talk more about these things.